Taveta, counties like Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Marsabit, Turkana, West Pokot, you come to Bungoma, and Busia. So it was all up to even parts of Siaya. So this is affecting the entire, those counties first of all were having problems. And then the counties that are neighboring those counties like Trans Nzoia. Trans Nzoia also is one of the border counties. And then the counties like Samburu were also being affected, who are just by neighboring Marsabit and other parts of Isiolo. So this was something affecting not nearly a third of the counties in the country. And by the president just removing extra vetting, we have seen increased number of Kenyans getting an opportunity to access their identity cards. And this is something we must celebrate, not just as a total of 170, bringing it to a total of 170 up from 125. This expansion is ensuring that the Kenyans, regardless of where they live, enjoy equal access to their vital documents. Again, the area that we have had very poor access is birth certificate and death certificate. And there is also a prohibitive cost towards the issuance of birth certificate. We are reviewing with a view of bringing it down or eliminating completely the fees that are required for birth certificates so that Kenyans can get these documents. This registration process, also death certificates, which many Kenyans are unable to get, we want also to review the same. And that's why the offices have increased within the last 2 years from 125 to 175. Our obligation is that before, or our intention is that before the next elections, we should reach at least all constituencies. We must have 290 registration centers. As you heard, I have directed that the constituencies, including Diwa, that don't have a registration officer, we must give them registration officers by December this year, so that the people can get their birth certificates and death certificates at a closer offices. We request also members of parliament here to support us in the budgetary allocation to make sure that these services are decentralized to at least the constituencies and subsequently to other parts of the country. With technology, in future, not so far, in the very near future, those who will be only applying IDs are those who will be trying, applying IDs will be those who will have become citizens of Kenya by application or and so forth. It will be possible to register children at birth and tell them to wait for their IDs, and they can pick them when they are of age, so that you don't have to wait when you are 18, you are going to registration center. That will be automatic going forward with the advance of technology. Further, we have decentralized passport application services so that Kenyans can access travel documents more conveniently. In the past, you had to travel all the way to Nairobi, including when I applied my passport, for you to get a passport, and then you go through very stringent procedures. But now, in this region, for example, people can now apply their passports in Kisumu or Kisii, and even travel to neighboring Kericho or Eldoret or Bungoma. Those counties, people don't have to travel to Nairobi. And then subsequently, we will work hard so that eventually every county will have passport registration center and you don't have to travel far. These achievements are worth celebrating, but also worth building upon. Fellow Kenyans, as we celebrate today, we must also take a honest look at the challenges of our past, because it is in understanding these challenges that we find the courage and wisdom to overcome them. For years, bureaucratic hurdles and outdated processes denied many Kenyans the right to identity. Communities were left stateless, youth were disenfranchised, and whole regions struggled to access public service. We listened, we learned, and we acted, but our work is not complete. Today, I am pleased to announce new directives aimed at strengthening and deepening our progress towards total inclusion and equity. First, effective today, the civil registration services will no longer charge any authentication fees for birth certificates when applying for national identity cards or passports. This step removes any unnecessary financial barrier and aligns with our vision to simplifying identity access. Two, while birth and death registration within 6 months is free, a fee is currently charged for obtaining birth or death certificates. The Ministry is reviewing this policy with a view to making the first issuance of these certificates free of charge, since to ensure every child born in Kenya has access to birth certificate regardless of income and location. And once this review is complete, with the support and direction of His Excellency the President, we shall commence the process of eliminating the same. We are also initiating a policy review to recognize and document small and recognized communities who still